वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो। All right, I love that one. Hello. Hey y'all, it's the Witching Hour, and it's your girl, High Priestess Jamila. How y'all doing this evening? So I wanted to come and speak about being very careful with your spiritual money. Okay? Let me explain something to y'all. The reason why spiritual work is required and why witches are required is probably because either you owe a debt or either you may even be paying on someone else's debt, which is not fair. But do we sit around and whine about what's not fair? No, we do what we got to do to handle the situation, okay? Real witches do not stalk other witches. Real witches don't have to go on smear campaigns to steal other people's shine, because guess what? They're going to have their own shine. Real witches do not react and make themselves look ridiculous unless it has something to do with love. Real witches can act kind of crazy over love. But other than that, I want you guys to be careful with who you are spending your money with. Now, if you are someone that will gravitate towards any of the witches that you have seen that have beef with me, then you don't have your perception correct. Your discernment is off. Okay? Because real witches are actually making real changes and doing real things. Hoodoo has nothing to do with going around lying on people. That's not what hoodoo is. Okay? And it's an insult to real witches that do real work to have a lot of these people that are out here scamming people, literally scamming people. See, there is a reason why I don't have any ripoff reports. There's a reason why, and the reason why is because I believe in what I am doing. Okay. Not only do I believe in it, but I'm also very good at what I do. And, the witches that are on YouTube, I'm talking about the real ones. There's quite a few that are on here. And I don't really talk about them, or bring them up, because if I were to do that, then a lot of the fake witches would go over to their channels and probably start to harass them. And I have more respect for what we do than to do things like that. Okay. Real witches do not follow behind other witches and harass them. You know why? Because they don't have the time or the energy. Let me just tell y'all the first thing that will tell you that a person cannot do spiritual work for you. This is when a person has literally no awareness of themselves and they don't have any focus. Okay, they don't have any focus. They're not actually able to focus on the work that they are supposed to be doing for you. They can't do it. They're too busy looking into the neighbor's window. They too busy, paranoid and delusional all day long, all day long. They are focused on something that does not serve their divine spiritual purpose. Now, I have already stated so many times, and I know what I'm talking about, that the clientele that we get is real witches. Those are clients that are brought to you by either your spirits, the witches' spirits, or the client's spirits will bring those clients. Okay. Now, just like a criminal that doesn't really have a lot of sense and doesn't think about what they're doing, about their actions and the way that it makes them look. Okay. Just like that, a fake witch is going to do what? She's going to try to steal. Why would a real witch need to steal? Why would a real witch have a charge against them for petty theft? Okay, maybe you could do that or make that mistake. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But guess what a real witch is going to do? A real witch is going to own what they have done. A real witch is going to say, well, yeah, I made that mistake. And they're going to own it. Real witches don't give a damn about what nobody think of them. They don't. I mean, this one person that claims to be a witch, I swear to goddess, y'all. This woman has tried to build an entire career based upon people paying people to say that they want her sexually. Paying them to say it. What real witch do you know does that? Not too many. Not if not any. Okay. And then another thing is that a real witch is going to be able to see her behavior and say, wait a minute. Because see, not only do I do cleanses and exorcisms for other people, but if I got a bad spirit on me, oh, I know how to remove it. I know how to remove it. And I've seen one witch that's on here. She claimed that she'd been a witch for years, and this woman is a puppet, a literal puppet. Real witches don't turn themselves into puppets. You cannot have a successful business. Sure, you can have spiritual gifts. Nobody, everybody that's an empath, everybody that's a telepath, everybody that's even a healer cannot work with others. And the reason why is because they're constantly focused on things that do not serve their divine purpose. And see, what will happen is that when you are behaving that way, your own spirit will check you on it, and they'll punish you, and they'll keep throwing daggers at you, at your mind, at your body, at your spirit, if you continue to behave the way that you are behaving. So not only do these fraud witches who are frauds, not only do they have to deal with their behavior, because see, some of these witches, they're all for show. So what they'll do is they'll make up fantasies that don't exist, and they'll try to hope and pray that somebody is going to look at them. Well, guess what? A real witch, everybody looking at a real witch. Everybody is. So, happy new moon to you guys. I'm going to share something with you guys, which is my cleanse. My mind, body, and spirit is cleared of negativity from enemies, demons, and all trolls. My mind is cleared of any and all that does not serve my higher purpose. All entities, thought patterns, and processes that are there to block and distract me in a negative way is banished and cleared. And I will move forward with positive thoughts, reactions, and experiences without fear. So if you are a real witch and you've been having the same problem, because I know I'm not the only one that's had that problem. In fact, there's been a lot of the witches who have backed away from YouTube because of these fake bullying witches. And I believe, I told you guys over and over again that I believe that these particular witches work with a certain sector of certain churches, because you know, it's something about their behavior that is actually not witchy at all. It's just there to discredit witches altogether. Witches can create some beautiful things in your life. That's what we're here for. We're here to break strongholds over you. We're here to break curses. We're here to cleanse you. Okay, we're here to give you the things that you want. Okay, it's not even necessarily even about the things that you don't deserve, because obviously if you got the money in your hand, God has said that you deserve it. So when I go into doing work for you, I don't have all of those crowded, staticky thoughts that a lot of these other witches have. And they know, and see, they're telling you, don't come to me. That's what they're telling you. Because to be honest with you, they're afraid of the work that they thought that they could do. And, you know, a real witch is not going to say, oh, I did some work for this person and now I'm sick. How can you call yourself a real witch? So now at this point, you know that some of these channels that you're looking at, it's literally nothing but merely a mentally ill person trying to mimic a witch. And I saw one of them today. You know, for about 3 hours, we could not go live. And this person is so delusional that she made it about herself. Everybody was affected by it. I couldn't go live earlier. That's why my heart chakra video went up later than what it was supposed to. Because you know, it wasn't just witch channels. It was all channels, because I'm subscribed to a lot of different types of people. I'm subscribed to vloggers who are dieting. I'm subscribed to vloggers who are trying to conceive. I'm subscribed to a lot of different vloggers, and none of them could go live today. But this person said, well, you know, they're trying to stop it. So they were trying to stop everybody's message, or maybe it could have been that the server was down. So, you know, you got to understand that some of these people are just here to steal your money. If you're going to a fake witch, guess what? None of the spiritual debt that you wanted to have paid is going to be paid. None of it. In fact, a fake fraud witch that has shown herself. Because, see, a few years ago, I did a spell and I worked that spell so that all of my enemies, and it's binded, so that all of my enemies would tell on themselves. See what I'm saying? So this is when you bring the truth to light, and it's very dangerous what they are doing. And a lot of them are leaving YouTube. A lot of them are, because some of them are just energy vampires. In fact, a few of them actually admitted, I'm just an energy vampire. An energy vampire is not a witch. Okay, you can be an energy vampire and practice witchcraft, but when it's gotten so bad to where you can't even stand up and get out of bed because your energy is just gone because you're experiencing karma from all of the crap that you've done, what are you going to do? And see, I've saved a couple of the witches and the warlocks from that hell. Because that's got to be hell. To want to be something so bad, but you can't be it because your mind is constantly twisted and tangled. Constantly. So, I don't even want to think about what's going to happen to some of these people because, witches are governed by higher entities, and we're governed by ascended masters. They don't just let you come to this planet and just do whatever you want and then put it in the name of witchcraft. They don't do it. Guess what? If you're dealing with a real witch, let's say you got a business, and let's say you've got people in your family or either friends of yours that are working against you behind your back. And let's say you start a restaurant, right? Let's say your haters decide to do a smear campaign after you open up that restaurant, stating that you got roaches. Let's say that they went as far as to bring roaches to your restaurant. They just unleashed a bunch of roaches in your restaurant, and some of your clients saw it, and there were other people that witnessed roaches at your restaurant. Guess what a real witch can do? A real witch can turn that situation completely around for you so that the negativity and the lies, because see, witchcraft is not a lie. Witchcraft is not some far off fantasy land. That's not what it is. So a real witch can control public perception of her. You know that? Even the most vile, evil witches can do that. But as you can see, a lot of them who are being watched, they're being watched. Now I don't have to spend hours per day watching them. No, I don't have to do that. I can just go and listen to 3 minutes of their hangout and I know everything that they said. I don't even have to listen to the whole thing. I really don't. That's another gift that I have to where, I can read a book quick. I don't have to actually go through all of the words to read a book. So I can I can just listen to a person breathe and tell you exactly what they done said. Okay. So it's gonna come a time where a lot of these women are gonna be gone, and some of these men are gonna be gone off of YouTube. And so a lot of you guys that have gotten addicted to that drama, y'all gonna have to purge that from your system, because drama can be very addicting. It's not good for your soul either. A lot of people are tied up in that drama, and you don't even realize the energy that you are taking into your body. Very, very, very harmful energies. that are, being spread around like wildfire. Now, there's some witches that, they're just witches. But then again, there's some of us that have a higher calling in life. So, of course, it's not just about doing the spiritual work and making money. No, everything that you do is leading to a higher purpose. And Spirit knows that we all have to have a sustainable income to even do that. So this is not Charmed, where the witches worked an outside job. They just fought with demons and they couldn't have any kind of personal gain. That's just TV. Even though we all like that TV show, I didn't like that new one though, and they actually got it on Netflix. I'll try to get into it, but we tried to watch it and it was really not, it really wasn't the same. Not that I was comparing them to the old ones, but it just, I don't know. I'll have to give it another chance. I'm pretty sure that they probably have done a little bit more than what they were doing, but that's not witchcraft. Even though I can banish a demon in 30 seconds, yeah, I can banish a demon very quickly. A lot of my clients that have experienced that with me can tell you that. But see, the reason why a lot of them, and guys, I'm going to tell y'all something that's so disgusting. There's this one witch, she started claiming that she was doing cleanses. Now, this person is so dirty, you can smell her coming down the streets. I mean, I'm just telling you. What this person was doing was trying to do cleanses on people, and she was trying to send all of the negative energy from those people to me, which in fact got sent directly back to her, because there's some people that just don't think straight. You'll never see a witch running around the internet talking about, I look better than you. It's like a record that's playing over and over and over in this person's head that is obsession. You see what I'm saying? And, personally, nobody has to be affected by this person anymore because this person has been barred from doing spiritual work. Yes, I am a witch that has the power to do that. So this is not a joke. This is not a TV show, and this is not a game. Okay. Now, if you're somebody that's not coming for me, you have nothing to worry about. I'm talking about specifically the folks that call themselves doing hoodoo magic, which is all just lying and smoke and mirrors and just ridiculous behavior that is not that of a witch. It's just really not. So I want you guys to be careful with who you deal with over here. And if you are attracted to any of these fake witches, then you're going to have to check yourself if you are attracted to them. If you have any type of resonance with them, then you got some problems, and they're going to make those problems worse. That's just the reality of it. So I am not associated or trained or being initiated by any of these witches online. First of all, you can't have an online coven. What is that? What is an online coven? A group of people that ain't doing nothing. A real coven is people that see each other in person. There's no online coven. That's impossible. Okay, I guess it can be done, but when you think about it, covens, maybe at some point they could have met up. Who knows? It ain't my business. I don't care enough to reach into that. But you got to understand that just because we are online doesn't mean that there's certain rules that we're not going to stick with. For example, if I have a coven and when I do get my coven together, I'm going to know all those people in real life. I'm going to be able to touch them. I'm going to be able to smell them. I'm going to be able to hug them. It's not going to be people that I've never met in my life, or even people that, it's just, guys, I'm just telling you. And you know what? They have turned their whole witchery into a joke. And they know that they look like jokes. But I don't want you guys to get it confused. And see, let me tell you something. If you go to somebody like that and you pay them your money, guess what? You just gotten. That's what you deserve, because you knew that person wasn't about nothing in the first place. Okay? And that's how they see it too. And that's really how the spirits see it too. Okay? I gotta go, guys, because I got a court case I gotta start working on in the morning. Also, another thing, guys, it is the new moon. Protect your heads, protect your third eyes. Go ahead and do your protection now. Go ahead and invoke your protection now. There is a ritual that I use. I may come on here and show it to you guys because it's extremely helpful for fake people, for if you're dealing with fake people that are disingenuous. But what a fake witch can do? All she can do possibly is psychically attack. That's the extent of her power. She can only psychically attack for a short time. It is the new moon. So a lot of these witches, whether or not they're indirect or direct witches, they're looking for somebody to scapegoat on. That is not a real witch. You might as well just go ahead and go to church and be a sheep. Okay, I'm just telling y'all what I know. And I'm not talking about Jesus Christ, because I know Jesus Christ brings people a lot of peace. He brings me a lot of peace. So I don't have nothing against that. I'm talking about the whole church thing and the whole, organized religion thing. Okay. Now it's a new moon. So what they're going to be trying to do is they're going to be trying to transfer all their negative energy to you. So you got to put up your armor. Okay. You do. Now, and that's if you're a real witch, because real witches have actual power that they're trying to take. Now, a real witch is going to be able to decipher if that power is being taken, and she can just call that power right back to her. And then what do you know? They're powerless again. So an energy vampire is not a real witch. Real witches do not have to do energy vampirism. That's just an energy vampire or a parasitic person. Okay. So make sure that you real witches do your protection, because they coming for the real. Do your protection. Okay. For tomorrow, because especially on the new moon, they've already been doing work, leading up to the new moon. Nobody cares. It doesn't affect anybody. In fact, they've completely lost all of their power. Completely. Okay. And this was something that was given to them. The warning was there. The warning was said to them over and over and over again. Real witches don't have to fear somebody coming and trying to kill them. You know why? You know why real witch doesn't have to fear that? Because real witches have protection. It's very, very dangerous making plans to come and do anything to a real witch, because something can happen to you on the way there, and it's not good. Okay. So, no, as long as you respect other people's boundaries, you don't have to worry about it. Also, witches know how to respect other people's boundaries. Even though we do work to manipulate people, we still know how to respect their boundaries, and it depends on what's coming up in a reading, especially when I'm doing love work for y'all. Okay. So I will see you guys later. Don't be fooled by the fake ones and the fake stuff that they do. Think of them as the ugly stepsisters in Cinderella. Fake witches are like that. They're like the ugly stepsisters that don't actually have the power, but they want to pretend that they have the power, but they actually cannot fit their foot into that slipper because those are shoes that they were never meant to wear. Okay. I will see y'all later. If you guys need to reach me for an authentic reading and an authentic consultation for authentic spiritual work, the link to my website is below. And I will see you guys later. All right. Namaste.